Good evening. My name is Tim Antonian Carrera. Today, I'm going to present the Philippine Quality Award for Government Framework. What is the Philippine Quality Award? The Philippine Quality Award is an integrated approach for performance management that sets the standard of excellence to help Philippine organizations achieve world-class performance. It provides an internationally comparable framework and criteria patterned from the Baldrige Performance Excellence Program of the US. For assessing organizational performance, it is a template for competitiveness based on the principles of total quality management. In addition, the PQA is the highest level of national recognition for exemplary organizational performance. It is not an award for product or services quality, but for a quality management system, which hinges on improvement in the delivery of product and/or services, and provides a way of satisfying and responding to customers' needs and requirements, established through Executive Order Number 448 issued by President Fidel V. Ramos on October 3, 1997. The award is given to organizations in the private and public sectors which excel in quality and productivity. It was institutionalized through the signing of Republic Act No. 9013 on February 28, 2001, also known as the Philippine Quality Award Act. Why was the award established? The adoption of the National Action Agenda for Productivity in 1996 as a comprehensive strategy to sustain socio-economic growth provided the impetus to intensify productivity and quality improvement efforts in the country. This was further hastened by increasing globalization, which is raising quality standards all over the world. The PQA was established as a specific strategy of the NAAP to promote quality excellence in private and public sectors organizations and to provide an internationally comparable framework and criteria for assessing organizational performance and in recognizing quality excellence. It also aims to promote sharing of information and benchmarking of the best practices and results among organizations pursuing quality improvement. Objectives: The PQA has three objectives, which are as follows. Number one, to promote standards in organizational performance comparable to those of leading business abroad, pursuant to the country's effort to be globally competitive. Ang objective nga, isa po sa mga objective ng award na ito is para po makapag-set ng standard po sa mga organizations dito sa Philippines. And then, maging globally competitive tayo sa ibang bansa. Number two is to establish a national system for assessing quality and productivity performance, thus providing local organizations, regardless of size, sector, and maturity, with criteria and guidelines for self-assessment to guide their quality and productivity improvement efforts. And number three is to recognize organizations in both private and public sector which excel in quality management and overall organizational performance, thus providing Philippine industries with benchmarks and models to emulate. Ang purpose po ng award na ito ay para na rin mabigyan ng pansin ng mga organizational na may magagandang performance and mga nag-excel sa quality management. The award program is a public-private sector partnership involving the following: President of the President of the Republic of the Philippines, patron of the award who confers PQA to awardees or recipients, PQA Committee, steering and policy-making body created under the Philippine Council for Productivity by virtue of EO 448, Department of Trade and Industry Secretary, award manager who is responsible for the conduct of the award process and validates and endorses to the President the list of awardees or recipients selected by the Board of Judges. Department of Trade and Industry Center for Industrial Competitiveness, the implementing agency who provides the necessary technical and administrative support to the award manager and the PQA committee. Technical Working Group of the PQA Committee. Development Academy of the Philippines. Award Administrator for the Public Sector. Philippine Society for Quality Incorporated. Award Administrator for the Private Sector. Board of Judges. Reviews and recommends award recipients to the award manager. Judges are high-level business executives and quality leaders from industry, academe and government, appointed by the award manager per recommendation of the PQA Management Committee. Team of assessors evaluates award application and prepares feedback reports. Assessors are well-selected and specially trained business and quality practitioners from industry, academe, and government chosen by the management committee. Which organizations may apply for the award? Companies or organizations from the private and public sectors located and operating in the Philippines may be eligible to apply for the award. And this include the following. Private sectors. Regardless po sa size, pwede pong mag-apply yung mga private sectors. Example po is yung mga manufacturing companies, pharmaceutical companies, manufacturer of consumer or industrial goods, foods or processed foods, and semiconductor and electronic companies. Another po is mga agricultural producers, service companies. Example po is yung mga educational institution, healthcare institution, or business processing outsourcing institution. Then, yung mga ano po, non-profit organizations other than the public sector. Example po is yung mga trade association, charitable organization, credit unions, or professional societies and other industries. Sa public sector naman po, pwede po mag-apply yung mga department, bureaus, and attached agencies, government-owned and controlled corporations, government financial institutions, state or community universities and colleges, state or community hospitals, local government units, and other government agencies. Eligibility rules and regulations. The following are the eligibility rules and restrictions. A. Charitable, trade and industry, fraternal, and sports organization, or association and institutions are not eligible. B. An applicant is eligible only if it is self-sufficient to be examined in all 7 criteria categories and can be inspected in the Philippines. If an applicant has some activities performed outside the applicant's immediate organization, for example, by a parent organization or its other subsidiaries or overseas components of the applicant, must ensure that B1, in the event of a site visit, the appropriate people and materials will be available for the examination in the Philippines to document its operational practices in all major business and functions. And B2, in the event the applicant becomes a recipient of the PQA recognition or award, it must share its practices in a PQA conference and the benchmarking network as well as it opened its facilities for visit. C. Subsidiaries. In the manufacturing and service categories, subsidiaries of a company may be eligible for the award subject to the following conditions. Number 1, must be self-sufficient. Number 2, must have a clear definition of its own organization and be recognized by its customers as a distinct business entity. And number 3, must not perform solely business support functions such as sales, marketing distribution, customer service, finance and accounting, human resource, environmental, health, safety of the employees, purchasing, legal services, and research and development. D. Multiple application restrictions. A subsidiary by and its parent organization cannot both apply for PQA in the same year. E. Future eligibility restrictions. Number 1. If an organization or subsidiary that has more than 50% of the total employees of the parent company receives the Philippine Quality Award for performance excellence, the organizational and its subsidiaries are ineligible to apply for another award for a period of 3 years. Number 2. If a subsidiary receives the Philippine Quality Award for performance excellence, that subsidiary and a subsidiary of all its subsidiaries are ineligible to apply for another award for a period of 3 years. Number 3. Recipients of recognition level are eligible to reapply after 2 years. F. Other requirements for all applicants. A. Must comply with the relevant statutory and regulatory requirements. B. Must have employees trained in PQA application development. C. Must have conducted an internal assessment based on the relevant PQA criteria. Results of internal assessment should be presented to the award administrator when applying for eligibility. Who are involved in the award process? The PQA program is a public-private partnership involving the following: President of the Philippines, patron of the award who approves, announces, and personally confers PQA on national recipients, Department of Trade and Industry Secretary, award manager that is responsible for the conduct of the awards process and validates and endorses to the President the list of awardees selected by the Board of Judges. PQA Executive Committee, the policy-making body of the PQA to ensure the integrity of the award system. Management Committee, implementing arm and secretariat of the PQA Committee, chaired by the Department of Trade and Industry Competitiveness Bureau, formerly known as the Center for Industrial Competitiveness. Department of Trade and Industry Competitiveness Bureau, DTI-CB, implementing agency of the PQA program that provides necessary technical and administrative support to the award manager and PQA committee. Award administrators for private sector and public sector. Screen PQA applications and facilitate the review process. Identify, organize, and develop a pool of assessors and assist in the promotion of the PQA program. Board of Judges reviews the feedback reports prepared by the team of assessors and recommends to the award manager the appropriate award recognition to be given to applicant organization. Team of assessors conducts independent assessment, consensus review, and site visit verification. Prepare and submit the feedback report to the Board of Judges and applicants organization through the award administrator. What are the PQA criteria for performance excellence? The criteria for performance excellence provide organizations with an integrated result-oriented framework in implementing and assessing processes in managing operations. These are the base of for the feedback given to the award applicant organizations after examination by PQA assessors. The criteria consist of 7 categories: Number 1, leadership; 2, strategy; 3, customer; 4, measurement, analysis, and knowledge management; 5, workforce; 6, operations; 7, results. What is the basis for the criteria? The PQA criteria are adapted from the Malcolm Bridge Quality Award of the United States. The national quality awards of other countries such as Australian Quality Award, Japan Quality Award, Singapore Quality Award, and even the European Foundation for Quality Management Award have adopted the Baldrige criteria framework for international comparability. The criteria are reviewed and updated every 5 years with the basis from the latest version of the Baldrige criteria during the review period. What are the benefits gained from applying? Each applicant organization will benefit from applying to the PQA as follows: gains an outside perspective of the organization's strengths and opportunities for improvement through the rigorous evaluation of the organization's process and results, equivalent to about 550 to 600 hours of review by at least 5 quality practitioners from different industries, academe, and government. Receive a feedback report which outlines the team of assessors' findings based on the evaluation and can guide the organization's strategic planning and quality and productivity improvement. The feedback report may increase the involvement of the employees and the team's capability and flexibility to cope with rapid change while keeping them focused on customer satisfaction and retention. Should the applicant organization becomes a PQA awardee or recognition recipient, the organization's exceptional management practices becomes benchmarks and serve as models for the other organizations that are on a similar journey to performance excellence. How award recipients selected? All applicants organizations will undergo the following PQA assessment processes. Eligibility determinations. Organizations that intend to buy for the product are required to submit an accomplished eligibility determination form that can be downloaded from from the PQA website www.pqa.org.ph and submit to the PQA administrator. The submitted form will be reviewed by the administrator to identify eligibility of the organizations to apply for the award based on the set guidelines and policies. What does an organization receive if it is an award recipient? The PQA is given annually to qualified organizations in the private and public sectors which have demonstrated any of the following levels of performance. Philippine Quality Award for Performance Excellence are given to those organizations that have a high level of excellence, national and global role model, and then recognition for mastery in quality management are given to those organizations that have a demonstrated superior results, a role model in the Philippines. Then yung recognition for proficiency in quality management are given to those organizations that have achieved significant progress in building sound process. Recognition for commitment to quality management are given to those organizations who are just beginning quality journey, planted seeds of quality and productivity. Ang mga award recipients po, may marireceive po silang glass trophy na meron pong seal of the President of the Philippines and then PQA logo which is designed and executed by artist Ramon G. Orlina. The conformant of the award or recognition shall be made by no less than the President of the Philippines. Then yung mga ceremony po ng award is usually hiniheld po sa Malacanang Palace. What is expected from award recipients? Award recipients are required to share information on their successful performance and quality strategies with other organizations in the Philippines. However, they are not expected to share proprietary information. Even if such information was part of their award application, they are also required to provide information on best practices for inclusion in the PQA Commendium for Best Practices. An annual conference is held to showcase PQA recipients' best practices and serve as a venue for sharing information aside from hosting observational tours by the recipient organization and printing of abstracts, application summaries, and other materials by said recipients. Award recipients may publicize and advertise receipt of award. They are allowed to use the PQA logo on the organization's stationery, in advertisements and materials used for advertising and promotion, provided that these follow certain guidelines among which are: number 1, the PQA logo shall be used only by the organization and shall always be used together with the award or recognition level, the year the application is submitted, and the name of the organization. Number 2, the PQA logo shall not be directly applied to the organization's product products, programs, or services, and its packaging, in such a way as to imply that the product, program, or service itself is certified by the award manager. Government criteria for performance excellence reviews. A systems perspective. The performance system consists of the six categories in the center of the figure. These categories define your processes and the results you achieve. Performance excellence requires strong leadership, and it's demonstrated through outstanding results. Those categories are highlighted in the figure. The word integration at the center of the figure shows that all elements of the system are interrelated. The center horizon arrowhead showed the critical linkage between leadership triad categories 1, 2, and 3 and the results triad categories 5, 6, and 7, and the central relationship between leadership and results categories. The center vertical arrowheads point to and from the system foundation, which provides information on and feedback to key processes and the organizational environment. The organizational profile sets the context of your organization. It serves as the background of all you do. The leadership triad, leadership strategy and citizens or customers, emphasize the importance of a leadership focus on strategy and citizens or customers. The system foundation, measurement, analysis, and knowledge management is critical to effective management and to a fact-based, knowledge-driven, agile system for improving performance. The results triad, human resource or operations results, include your human resource focused processes, your key operational processes, and the performance results. Number. All actions lead to results. A composite of service and process, citizens or customer focused leadership, and governance and financial and market results. The basis of criteria is set of core values and concepts that are embedded in high-performing organizations. Three characteristics of the criteria. The criteria focus on the key areas of organizational performance given below. Organizational performance areas: A. Product and process results. B. Customer focus results. C. Workforce focus results. D. Leadership and governance results. E. Budgetary, financial, and market results. The use of this composite of measures is intended to ensure that strategies are balanced, that they do not appropriately trade off among important stakeholders, objectives, and or short and long-term goals. Number two, the criteria are non-prescriptive and adaptable. The criteria are made up of results-oriented requirements. However, the criteria do not prescribe the following: how your organizational should be structured, that your organizational should or should not have departments for planning, ethics, quality, or other functions, that different units in your organization should be managed in the same way. These factors differ among organizations, and they are likely to change as needs and strategies evolves. The criteria are non-prescriptive for the following reasons. A. The focus is on results, not on procedures, tools, or organizational structure. Organizations are encouraged to develop and demonstrate creative, adaptive, and flexible approaches for meeting requirements. Non-prescriptive requirements are intended to foster incremental and major breakthrough improvements through innovation. B. The selection of tools, techniques, system, and organizational structure usually depends on factors such as the organizational type and size, organizational relationship, organization stage of development, and the capabilities and responsibilities of your workforce. C. A focus on common requirements rather than on common procedures fosters understanding, communication, sharing, alignment, and integration while supporting innovation and diversity in approaches. Number three, the criteria support the system's perspective in maintaining organizational-wide goal alignment. The system's perspective to goal alignment is embedded in the integrated structure of the core values and concepts, the organizational profile, the criteria, the scoring guidelines, and the results-oriented cause and effect cross-process linkages among the criteria items. Alignment in the criteria is built around connecting and reinforcing measures derived from your organization's processes and strategy. These measures tie directly to customer and stakeholder value and to overall performance. The use of measures thus channels different activities in consistent direction with, with less need for detailed procedures. Centralized decision-making or overly complex process management me- measure thereby serve both as communications tool and a basis for deploying consistent overall performance requirements. Such alignment ensures consistency of purpose while also supporting agility, innovation, and decentralized decision-making. A system's perspective to goal alignment, particularly as strategy and goals change over time, requires dynamic linkages among criteria items. In the criteria, action-oriented cycles of improvement take place via feedback between processes and results. The improvement cycle have four clearly defined stages. Number one, planning, including design of processes, selection of measures, and deployment of requirements approach. 2. Executing plans deployment. Number 3. Assessing progress and capturing new knowledge, including seeking opportunities for innovation, learning. Number 4. Revising plans based on assessment findings, harmonizing processes and work unit operation, and selecting better measures. Number 4. Criteria support goal-based diagnosis. The criteria and the scoring guidelines make up a two-part diagnostic assessment system. The criteria are a set of 17 performance-oriented requirements. The scoring guidelines spell out the assessment dimension, process, and results, and the key factors used to assess each dimension. An assessment thus provides a profile of strengths and opportunities for improvement relative to the 17 performance-oriented requirements and relative to process and performance maturity as determined by the scoring guidelines. In this way, assessment leads to actions that contribute to performance improvement in all areas. This diagnostic assessment is a useful management tool that goes beyond most performance review and is applicable to a wide range of strategies, management systems, and types of organizations. Government criteria for performance excellence items and point values. Organizational profile. The organization profile is a snapshot of your organization, the key influences on how it operates, and your collaborative environment. Categories and items. Leadership. Leadership is 120 points. The leadership category asks how senior leaders' personal action guide and sustain your organization. It also asks about your organization's governance system and how your organization fulfills its legal, ethical, and societal responsibilities. Strategy is 85 points. The strategy category asks how your organization develops strategic objectives and action plans, implements them, changes them if circumstances require, and measure progress. Citizens or customers is 85 points. The citizens or customers category asks how your organization engages into citizens customers for long-term success. Include how your organization listens to the voice of the citizen or customer, build citizen or customer relationship, and uses citizen or customer information to improve and to identify opportunities for innovation. Measurement, analysis, and knowledge management is 90 points. The measurement, analysis, and knowledge management category asks how your organization selects, gather, analyzes, manages, and improves its data, information, and knowledge assets. How it learns and how it manages information technology. The category also asks how your organization uses, review findings to improve its performance. Human resource is 85 points. The human resource focus category as how your organization assesses human resource capability and capacity, needs, and build a human resource environment conducive to high performance. The category also asks how your organization engages, manages, and develops your human resource to utilize their full potentials in alignment with your organization's overall mission, strategy, and plans. Operation is 85 points. The operation category asks how your organization design, manages, improves, and innovates its services and work processes and improves operational effectiveness to deliver citizen or customer value and achieve ongoing organizational success. Results. Results is, ito po yung pinakamataas, which is 450 points. The results category asks about your organization's performance and improvement in all key areas, service, and process results. Citizen or customer focus results, human resource focus results, leadership and governance results, and financial and public results. The category asks about performance levels relative to those of comparators and other organizations with similar service offering. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.